Hey guys, welcome back. Um, little off topic today. I'm just going to attempt to replace the screen on my Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 7-inch. This is the new screen. It's actually just the glass portion. In fact, I feel like this one's plastic. It kind of feels plastic to me. But anyways, this one is shattered. So yeah, I'm going to try to replace it. I've looked up a guide quickly, and it looks like this part here, this is the connector for the digitizer, is the only part that goes through the PCB, and therefore requires me removing the back cover. This was 1050 Canadian with these tools here on eBay, so not the highest quality thing, but we'll see. And basically, these tools here, which is plastic opening tools, plus this metal spudger, and a heat gun. This one is for soldering, but apparently you can use a regular heat gun or even a blow dryer that goes pretty hot. It's apparently all you need. So let's get started. I recommend anytime that you want to work on something with broken glass, I recommend taping off the glass. My tape has seen better days. There we go, finally coming off as one cohesive piece. Yeah, I recommend taping the glass just so that it kind of stays in one piece, and even if it starts sort of letting go, it all kind of stays together. Like this. And it's also easier to clean if you don't have glass shards all over the place. I'm hoping this doesn't take me too long. I kind of want to do this in sort of one take, but my camera does have a recording limit. I can only record, I think, 20 minutes, so if I have to pause to restart something, then I will. There we go. Cut this off. There we go. So that's all taped up. That means I should not get any glass on me. Open this up. So yeah, they say use these prying tools. These prying tools I find vary in quality. So if this is a bad quality pry tool, it may not actually go well. But you want to pry sort of between the chrome and the backing. Let's see if I can maybe start at a corner here. There's my SD card here. Might just pop that out first. I'm not sure if it comes with the backing or not. But let's see. Maybe I'll put this knife away too before I hurt myself. Oh, just trying to run it up and down the edge here. Get it to grab. Ow. That was my thumb. Okay, I'm sure it said that the back just pries right off. I don't mind damaging this a little bit, because this is kind of like my last resort. If I can't fix this screen, then I'll just buy a new one. But I figured $10 would be worth giving it a shot. Jeez. Okay, let's go with the metal spudger here. Just gonna kind of line it up between the chrome bezel and the backing. There we go, that's got it. This thing is very well made. I can't even get these prying tools in. That completely destroyed the tool. Okay. I think I'm winning. I almost feel as though the front is lifting rather than the back removing. Hopefully that clips back together. What's great about this is it's an old tablet. I don't have much to lose. And if it doesn't work out, I was planning on buying a new one anyways. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not simple. The clips do seem to be letting go. I didn't see any information that there was any adhesive on the back. I felt like all the adhesive is on the glass. Because the glass is actually... Oh, that scratched it. The glass is actually not fastened to the front with any fasteners. It's just glue. Oh, that didn't go well. It is working. This is a lot more strain than I thought I would have to put. These things are clipped on very well. Oh, looks like I turned it on by accident. I actually haven't charged this in the whole time I was waiting for the screen, so nearly a month, because I don't want the lithium battery to have a lot of energy inside of it as I'm doing this. I think it would be much better if I didn't break this tool. Yeah, these are really strong clips. It's amazing. I think the metal spudger is actually better for this if you don't care about the aesthetics, because it is a little harder on the device. But it seems to be getting it done. See that? We are winning here. I could have ordered a battery too, because the battery is kind of iffy in this on this tablet. But again, I wasn't sure if this operation would be successful. I feel like I should mostly be able to take it out now. There we go. Now, with a little bit of pressure, it's coming apart a lot easier. It's really this kind of motion. You go in and pull upwards, it seems. It's hard to translate this to sort of go around the corner. The sides are easy, but to go around the corner seems very difficult. And I think by putting this side up, kind of put more strain on this side. Also trying my best not to slip and cut myself. All the guides on this, the guide I read was on iFixit's website. They are not sponsoring this, or else it would probably be one of their screens instead of the cheapest thing I could find online. But basically, if I can do this, any of you guys can. I don't have any special skills in this. This is in fact the first time I pull apart any tablet. It's really getting under and kind of doing this motion with it. This should come off. Yeah, only thing holding it was the tape. Okay, so that's the big ass battery there. I may want to disconnect that. I think that is a pull type connector. So I have these offset pliers here. I don't think you have to take this out. These are absolutely terrible for this. Let's see. I'm just thinking I might want to pull it out for safety's sake. Simply because I don't like the idea of having a live battery. There, it's out. Good. Battery is no longer live. And this is the connector we're looking for here. So that would be this guy here. So I'm just gonna yank this up like this. I'm actually gonna go this way on the PCB. I don't want to put pressure on this cage. And alright, so this is the easy part. So I'm going to set all this aside. Now for the harder part, at least in my opinion, you got to heat this up. Now I've got a heater here, heat gun, which I'm going to set to its lowest setting, which is 100 degrees C. Let's see if it'll keep that. 100 degrees C. And it might get a little loud and the lights might get a little flickery, but bear with me. I have a medium tip going medium airflow, and the top and bottom here have the most adhesive, so I'm going to get a lot of this warm, but I need to warm that up more. Sorry about the flickery lights. And I'm going to keep this moving. I don't want this to get too hot. Just the goal here is to warm up the adhesive so that it's not as tight. Same deal, by the way, if you want to take decals or stickers off your car. You just gently warm it up and the glue lets go. Might actually be going too fast here. Going to turn up the heat output, turn up the fan. I wanted to work it at a reasonably low fan speed so that it wouldn't make too much noise, but I can tell that is not going to work. if you have those kind of bean bags for muscle aches, you can put that in the microwave and rest it on this. That might work for you. It is definitely warm to the touch now, but I feel like I may have to go back over and do it again. So I'm just going to stick the spudger in between here. And now this is where it gets dangerous. I do have glasses on. I need to get, there we go. I need to get in between here. And I'm trying to lift it out. See all the glasses all getting, oh yeah. Okay, and they say here and here, these two edges will be the most difficult ones to remove. I'm guessing because there's more adhesive there. Okay, and I'm being very careful because now we have glass edges to contend with. There we go. It's coming off. I feel like I should have gloves on. So it is coming off. I am winning. But I'm not being too, oh yeah, I gotta be careful. I'm not being too confident here because I'm shattering glass. I might need to reheat this some more. Trying also not to damage the actual LCD. There we go. So a lot of that's coming off now. Bit nervous. I don't want glass shards in my hand. Felt something poke me. I don't think it was glass, so overreacting a little bit, but that's okay. Trying to stay safe. Oh, yeah, the top is being very difficult. May have to do another pass with the heat gun. I got it. Be very careful with this. Set it aside. Oh, I lifted the button. I hope that's not a big deal. Hopefully I got all that in shot. I was trying really hard not to cut myself. I think I scratched it with the spudger there. Yeah, it's not. So they do say on the iFixit website to use a metal spudger, and I can see why, but I think I scratched it there. And I'm not sure how this button is supposed to sit. It doesn't seem to be sitting very well in there. Looks like there's an arrow here. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like it shows up this way. Looks like it needs to be hooked underneath. Oh, there's one hook engaged, I think. There we go. And there's the other hook there. There we go. That's at the right spot. Okay. Not sure if this is proper technique, but I'm just using a little bit of rubbing alcohol here and a paper towel. I'm just going to go over the LCD. Yeah, I definitely nicked it in a couple places. So if I were to do this for somebody else, I would definitely use a plastic, maybe use a metal spudger to lift the edges, but plastic to finish it off. There we go. I think in a perfect world I would clean all the adhesive off these edges, but this is far from a perfect world. Alright. Oh, and I broke the flex cable. That's interesting. I didn't even think of that. So the flex cable will go through here. So I'm going to peel the cover. I'm going to place this down, putting the flex cable in its place. Line up the edges here, and I can see the camera through the hole. So hopefully we get this to line up. This is an aftermarket cover, or glass. There we go. I was going to say that button is pressed, but I think it's because the plastic's still on it. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. Nice clip noise. Should be good. I'm going to thread this cable back in. I really should have tweezers to do this with, but I do not. I have tweezers meant for electronic components, not tweezers meant to grab flat objects like that. There we go. Okay, so now everything is plugged in. I don't want to put the back cover on until I know if it works. So I'm actually just going to peel this because I need access to the home button. There we go. And I don't remember where the power button is on this thing. Here's the back cover. There's the power button right up here. So I'm going to power it by here. And if I get a display, I do. So now I can turn it off again. Just set this in, and I believe this will just clip right down. Considering how hard it was to unclip, I think these clips will all work still. I'm just pressing down on the corners here. It's telling me to charge it up. Oh, I don't know if the digitizer actually works. It's hard to say because the battery is like very dead. Seems to be clipping together like a champ. Aside from my fingerprints all over it. Again, a little bit of alcohol. I like alcohol because it evaporates very easily. I think I just made the smudges worse. Okay, now I'm going to charge this thing up and we're going to see. Yeah, I did make the smudges worse. I'll charge this thing up and I'll bring you back and show you if it worked or not. If it didn't, I'm getting a new tablet. If it did, then I believe you can do that yourself. So it absolutely did not go perfectly. There's a speck of dust underneath. I should have really paid more attention to how clean the screen was. I figured peeling the internal protection would prevent anything from falling on the screen, but what it did is it made the screen very staticky. So it picked something up actually between the time that I pulled the protective film off and set it down in the tablet. So there's a piece there and it's actually pushing on the LCD. But the most important part, and why I've turned down the lights, is that it functions. So it works perfectly. I mean, there's nothing much to see here. It's just a regular Android device, but yeah, it absolutely does work. Yeah, yeah, there we go. So it does work. It needs to be charged up. It's plugged into a little tiny power bank right now because my camera battery is charging. But yeah, so if I can do this in probably, I think it took me about 25 minutes because the heating took a little bit of time. So if I can do this, complete newbie, so can you. And if you're going to throw away the tablet anyways, like I was, if it didn't work, then what's the risk? In my opinion, there is none. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.